Yo, what is up you awesome people, Clicky here, and welcome to my beginner's guide for Marksmanship Hunter in the War Within. In this guide, I will be explaining the main differences between your two hero talent trees, which are Dark Ranger and Sentinel, okay? And then I'm going to showcase how to actually deal meaningful damage as a Marksmanship Hunter. I'm going to show you guys the very best pets for Marksmanship Hunters, because it's pretty important. And then I will be including some macros that are gonna make your life a whole lot easier for Marksmanship Hunter at the end. So you guys might want to check the video up until the end. It's gonna make your life a whole lot easier. All right, let's get straight into it. What are the basics of Marksmanship Hunter, guys? Well, you've got what is called the focus bar. You see that bar right under my health bar right here? This bar is called your focus bar. And whenever you use your hunter abilities, just like aim shots, okay, black arrow, when you use your black arrow, your arcane shots, it literally empties your focus bar. Okay, you're gonna say, but well, how do I actually get back my focus? It is super simple. In the War Within, they actually made it super simple to actually get your focus back, and you do it by using your rapid fire. See, I'm using my rapid fire, I'm getting back my focus super fast. So this is how you want to play Marksmanship Hunter, is to never let your focus bar completely empty. That's the first step. I feel like it's absolutely crucial that you understand this part, because you're gonna deal less damage if you don't actually watch your focus bar at all. And then you're asking yourself right now, but if my rapid fire is on cooldown, what do I do to actually get back my focus? Well, it's pretty easy. You just use your steady shot. Whenever you use steady shot, you gain back 10 focus every time that you use it. And another trick is that now all hunters specializations actually get what is called Hunter's Mark, okay? Apply Hunter's Mark to the target, causing your target to always be seen and tracked by the hunter, which means if you're playing PvP and you use Hunter's Mark on a druid, a rogue, whatever can use stealth abilities, they won't be able to fool you, because even if they go in stealth, you're still gonna be able to see them, okay? So beware that if the rogue actually has Hunter's Mark on him and then he uses Cloak of Shadow, it's going to remove the Hunter's Mark. On top of that, what Hunter's Mark actually does is it increases all damage dealt to targets above 80% health by 5%. So that means if you actually use Hunter's Mark on a target, everybody attacking the target is dealing 5% increased damage up until the target is below 80% health, which is, it's kind of strong, okay? So you guys need to try to use it at all times. Another essential part about the core gameplay of Marksmanship Hunter is the fact that you're gonna be using a ton of traps, okay? That's literally part of hunters. You need to use traps. Okay, first one, you've got this trap right here, which is a tar trap. It literally immobilizes your targets for about 4 seconds, which is super good, especially in PvP. It has super good uses in PvE as well. Here's the very first pro tip for you guys, okay? You're gonna say, what about if you're fighting a very mobile character, okay? No matter if you're playing PvE or PvP, let's say you're fighting a demon hunter who's spinning, you know, flying everywhere and super hard to actually land a trap. Well, here's the pro tip. What you want to do is actually use Binding Shot. Binding Shot is instant cast, and whenever your target moves away from your Binding Shot, it's going to get stunned for 4 seconds, allowing you to easily land your next trap and then easily landing your next trap. Your target has 0 chance to avoid your freezing trap if you actually use the cast sequence that I've shown you right now. You're gonna say, but what about if Binding Shot is actually on cooldown? Well, you've got another trick which is absolutely bonkers. You can actually use Intimidation. your pet stun ability and then proceed to actually land a trap easily on your target. And then as soon as your target comes out of your trap, you just send a binding shot and then you send your rooting trap. So you can play around so well with Marksmanship Hunter. You can be so hard to catch. It's very important that you guys actually understand that your traps are super OP. So that's why I'm showing you guys that part. And then, as if it was not enough, you've got what is called Scatter Shot, okay? You've got another CC right here, which is absolutely OP, guys. Essentially, when you use it on an enemy, it blinds them for 4 seconds, removing all damage over time effects from your target, easily allowing you guys to hit your target with another trap. And then another thing about Marksmanship Hunter that is super insane is the fact that you can actually choose Lone Wolf. Whenever you don't have a pet active, you gain 5% increased damage. Though there's one thing I would not recommend going with Lone Wolf in PvP as of right now, because in the current meta, Marksmanship Hunter is actually way stronger with a pet because of that one ability right here, which is called Roar of Sacrifice. Literally, when you press that ability, your pet roars on you, okay, if that makes sense. And then when you use Roar of Sacrifice on yourself, nobody is actually able to critically strike you. So this is especially good if you're fighting targets which are able to use huge crits abilities, just like, you know, arms warriors, you've got fire mages. It is absolutely bonkers. You honestly don't understand how good this ability is. It is absolutely OP good, okay? So it used to be a PvP talent back in the day. Now it is available for everyone to pick on your talent tree. And then, as a Marksmanship Hunter, one of my favorite ability in the whole game. This is gonna sound super dumb, guys, okay? You can actually use Stealth, and it makes a lot of sense because Marksmanship Hunter is super squishy, okay? And it is going to be part of our burst rotation. I'm going to show you guys why Camouflage, okay, this ability right here is actually super OP. It's going to serve us great for opening on your targets. You're asking yourself, why the hell are you even talking about Stealth? Well, because it's one of the most OP abilities for Marksmanship Hunter. Look how dumb that is, okay? As you are stealthed, you can actually use your traps and it won't reveal you. So it lets you pre-use all of your stuff on the enemies, and as you're ready to go, you just open up from stealth and everybody's CC'd and you're pumping that huge damage, and they actually don't have that much time to react. So if you're smart, if you like to play very carefully, you can actually be super insanely annoying against your enemies with Marksmanship Hunter. Alright, so now that you know how the traps actually work and how to combo your traps into each other, there's this one ability for Marksman Hunter which is called Flare, and when you use it, it literally brightens an area around where you used it, okay? And if there is a freaking invisible target there, or the invisible target happens to be crossing that area, it gets revealed. So it's super insanely good at PvP. You need to abuse it against rogues, druids, anything that can go invisible, mages, etc. There's plenty of classes that can go invisible. In fact, it's going to have limited uses in PvE. I'm gonna be honest. Okay guys, another cool tip that I wish I knew before actually playing Hunter at all is the fact that when you are super low health, just like right now, and you're getting attacked by multiple targets, whatever, what you can do, in fact, is you can actually use this macro that I will be linking down at the end of the video. See what it does, okay? It uses my turtle. Watch my health. It literally uses a bandage while you are in turtle, healing you for 100% of your health. Did I mention that it actually works while you are in combat? No matter if the enemies are hitting your pet, whatever, you just turtle and heal yourself back to 100%. Crazy, right? This is part of the macros that I'm going to showcase in this video at the end of the video. So keep watching. I've got plenty more in store for you guys. All right, so now that you guys actually know the very basics of Marksmanship Hunter and the War Within, what I'm going to do is explain the main differences between Sentinel and Dark Ranger. And you're going to see it's super easy, okay? Super dumb easy. The difference between Dark Ranger and Sentinel is the fact that Dark Ranger is more for PvP. Sentinel is more for PvE. The reason being is because when you use Sentinel, when you actually use your burst with Sentinel, it is going to create a blue circle on the ground, just like right now, where your enemies need to stay inside for you to be able to deal max damage with your blue owl, which is flying over the enemies right there. And then with Dark Ranger, the thing is you're gonna have to use your Dark Arrow a lot to be able to use your Shadow Surge and deal as much damage as you possibly can. That's literally the difference between those two hero talents. Using spamming Black Arrow, because honestly it literally comes off cooldown so often and you're forced to use that ability, just like so. Oh, got the proc again, we're using it. So that's literally it. If you intend to do huge single target damage, Dark Ranger is going to be your best option. Though if you want to deal huge AoE damage, Sentinel is going to be your better option. But remember, with Sentinel, you're gonna have to be fighting brainless enemies who just stand in your blue circle on the ground with your ult. It won't work in PvP, essentially. Though one thing you need to keep in mind is Dark Ranger is a little bit more about solo players, okay? Why I'm saying that is because you actually have access to what is called smoke screen. Now, when you're playing with smoke screen, when you use Exhilaration, which is your big heal, it actually heals you for 30% of your max health, also healing your pet for 100% of its max health. Okay, it is going to grant you survival of the fittest for 3 seconds, which is literally what is called a wall. Okay, when you use survival of the fittest, it reduces all damage taken by 30% for 8 seconds. Though when you use Exhilaration, it grants you 3 seconds of that 30% damage reduction, and it's super OP, guys. And when you actually use survival of the fittest, it actually uses Exhilaration at 50% effectiveness. So it's literally going to heal you for 15% of your max HP every time you use survival of the fittest, which is actually bonkers OP, guys. Alright, so assuming I'm about to die here, I'm at 8% HP, I can just use my Exhilaration. It actually uses survival of the fittest for 3 seconds on myself, and as it comes off, okay, I use another charge of survival of the fittest, actually providing me with 15% max health, and then again I use it again, and I back from 8% HP, I'm almost to 100% HP using just this technique. So see how dumb OP that is? It's actually so good, especially if you're a solo player. So let's say I get brought back to 10% HP. What I can do is actually use the macro, which I'm going to showcase in the video at the end of the video. So effectively healing you for so much. Now that you guys know how to deal basic damage with Marksmanship Hunter and some kind of cool tricks, I will be displaying the full burst rotation for Dark Ranger, and then I will be showcasing the full burst rotation for Sentinel. So let's get straight into it, okay? So what you need to know about Dark Ranger first before we get into the full burst rotation, super simple. Now your kill shot, okay, that ability that you can actually use only when your target is below 20% health, now is usable on targets that are above 80% health and below 20% health. On top of that, what happens is you can literally get free procs while we're actually doing the rotation. So it's very important that you don't skip on the procs, okay? Black Arrow is literally your top damage. As a Dark Ranger, best tip I can give you, Dark Arrow is your best damage in the whole world, okay? So you don't want to sit on those free procs. Right, so we're playing with Soldier Inker. It's super OP right now. Bleak Arrow actually giving us more chances to get your Death Blow, which is more free Dark Arrows. We're playing with Ebon Bowstring. Again, same principle. The meta right here is just spam that Dark Arrow, okay? And you've got what is called Shadow Surge, which is actually one of your most damaging ability. It doesn't sound like much, but literally it deals huge damage, and it procs from your Black Arrow. So if you don't use Black Arrow, you're missing on at least 40% damage. At least right out the gate, you're missing on 40% damage. So what do we do as a marksman hunter to actually do our damage? Well, it's pretty easy. First of all, you want to use your Hunter's Mark on your target. Always, always, always use your Hunter's Mark. And you should be in stealth here, by the way, okay? Abuse that stealth. It's super OP. You should be in stealth and aiming to get a free Hunter's Mark on your target. And as you come out of stealth, what you want to do is so easy. You want to aim shot into that free Black Arrow. Since your target is above 80% health, you can use it. And then we're going to use one rapid fire. See, we're getting the proc again. We're going to use that Black Arrow again. Every time you get that proc, you want to use that Black Arrow. Keep that in your brain. Black Arrow pops, you press it. Okay, the best pro tip that I can ever give you for Dark Ranger, all the top players are using that tip, by the way, is whenever you press your True Shot, which is your big damage cooldown, you never want to use Arcane Shot at all. Never use Arcane Shot while True Shot is active. The reason is being because of this passive right here, Legacy of the Wind Runners. Every time you use aim shots, it also spawns 2 wind arrows, okay? We don't care about the damage. The thing is, the more wind arrows that you spawn, the faster you're gonna be able to get a free Wailing Arrow that actually deals insane damage. After summoning 20 wind arrows, your next aim shot becomes a Wailing Arrow, okay, which deals insane damage, insane AoE damage. So if you actually use a bunch of arcane shots during your True Shot window, you will be getting way less wind arrows that are gonna give you Wailing Arrows. This is literally a pro tip. Oh yeah, and by the way, I've actually installed an add-on which shows the spells that I'm pressing in real time, so it's making it 10 times easier for you guys to follow along what's happening, okay? Alright, so full burst rotation for Marksman, Hunter, and the War Within for Dark Ranger. Hunter's Mark, and then we're going to send the pet into aim shot and Black Arrow. There we go. And then we're going to rapid fire into explosive shot. Then we're sending everything, dude. We're sending everything. Never gonna press Arcane Shot in this rotation. Never ever pressing it. We're waiting for those restart on our Wailing Arrow or rapid fires. And then now I'm out of True Shot. I'm gonna start using those Arcane Shots. It's as easy as that, okay? And then what we can do here is just wait for our True Shot to come off back cooldown. We're literally just waiting. Oh, using that Dark Arrow proc, running out of focus, using Steady Shot instead. I'm gonna use aim shot right here. I'm gonna actually keep our volley for our True Shot, okay? So we're chilling, we're just waiting for that True Shot to come back off CD, right? Rapid fire into, oh, Black Arrow into Wailing Arrow. Got 20 seconds for a True Shot to come back off CD. We're just chilling, we're just waiting, rapid fire to get back that focus. Oh, free proc for Dark Arrow. Oh, we got a free proc for Dark Arrow. Another one. We're going to use both of them. Now we can use Explosive Shot into Volley, into huge Wailing Arrow, into huge Rapid Fire. Again, using my Dark Arrow as it procs Wailing Arrow. We're spamming that Wailing Arrow, boys. We're about to get it once more. We're about to get it in not too long. And literally so on and so forth. Let's check the damage. Black Arrow. As I've explained you guys, Black Arrow deals the most damage for Marksmanship Hunter, Dark Ranger right now. So very important. It hits for 1.7 million. This is without potions, without anything. Basic damage with your true shot. Then you've got Master Marksman, which is a dot. You've got Rapid Fire dealing a ton of damage. So very important to focus on whenever your Rapid Fire actually comes off cooldown. And as we're doing the full rotation, it has a chance to come off cooldown. So you got to watch out for that. And you always prioritize Black Arrow over everything. And then you hit Rapid Fire. And if you have nothing to press, then you press, you know, aim shots into arcane shots. So Shadow Surge actually hitting for 526k. Again, Shadow Surge only procs whenever you use your Black Arrow, so you gotta be spamming that. Then you've got your dots from Serpent Sting, aim shots hitting for almost 1 million sometimes. And then you've got Arcane Shot, which is hitting for 500k. It is not worth it, guys. It's more beneficial for us to actually spam that aim shots to actually get those free Wailing Arrows. So that's literally the rotation for Dark Ranger. Let's go over the rotation for Sentinel, guys. All right, let's get into the full burst rotation for Sentinel, okay? So keep in mind, we're actually playing with Lunar Storm. Essentially what it does, every 15 seconds, your next Rapid Fire actually procs an owl that will conjure a storm at your target's location for 8 seconds, 10 yards radius, and essentially it literally just deals damage and makes it so you deal 10% more damage. So that's literally it. Though keep in mind right now, Eyes Closed is best in slot for 8 seconds after activating True Shot, which is your big cooldown ability. All abilities are guaranteed to apply Sentinel. So this is best in slot, you need it. And then you've got Overwatch. All Sentinel debuffs implode when a target affected by more than 3 stacks of your Sentinel falls below 20% health. Okay, pretty self-explanatory. Alright, so now I'm going to show you guys the full burst rotation for Sentinel. Though there's one thing, Sentinel, as I've said, is more about AoE damage, so we're going to be playing with multi-shot. We're going to be playing with heavy ammo. If you're fighting multiple enemies, you can go with light ammo. This is going to be better if you're fighting like 5 enemies or more. This is going to be better if you're fighting 3 enemies. And then we're playing with Salvo right here. So basically that Salvo ability, when you press it, your next multi-shot or volley is actually going to use 2 explosive shots on your target. Okay, it's pretty good. But what happens is I made a macro, which I'm going to link down in the description, is this macro right here. When I use my volley, okay, I'm going to use volley right there. See, it automatically uses your explosive shots, making it 10 times better. You don't have to actually use Salvo and then use Volley. You just press my macro. It literally uses your explosive shots at the perfect moment. So it is going to be down in the description with all the other macros that I'm going to showcase, okay? This time around, we're not going for Wailing Arrows. In fact, we're stacking everything into Salvo with our big explosive shots, and we're playing with Kill Zone, okay? This is going to make a lot of sense when you actually see it, okay? So this is heavy AoE build. What I mean by that, okay, is whenever you press your multi-shot, you gain trick shots. So essentially what that means is the next ability that you're gonna use, let's say I use Rapid Fire with the trick shots buff, it is going to hit everything that's in front of me. All right, so same goes for your aim shot. If I have the trick shot buff and use aim shot, it's going to hit everything that's in front of me for one ability. And then the second way that you can actually proc your trick shots passive is by using Volley. As soon as you use Volley for 6 seconds, everything that you do will deal AoE damage, except, you know, arcane shots or kill shots. Okay, so I'm gonna use it right here. Bam. I'm gonna use rapid fire. Rapid fire hits everything. I'm gonna use aim shot, another aim shot. It's everything as long as the volley is active. As soon as the volley is not active, you need to press that multi-shot to actually gain the buff back. Okay, that's pretty simple. We don't have the buff anymore. We press multi-shot, we get trick shot, and then we can rapid fire and hit everything and apply our Sentinel debuff on the enemy. So hopefully that was clear. So the whole point of playing Sentinel with the AoE build is to keep that freaking trick shots buff active at all times. So when we're actually bursting, we're going to be using Volley. As soon as Volley is not active, we need to press that multi-shot to actually gain trick shots. Let's get straight into it. Full burst rotation, boys. Hunter's Mark, and then I'm going to explosive shot, volley, true shot, rapid fire. Okay, let's get straight into it. All right, double aim shot. Make sure we still have that buff. We need that trick shot at all costs. It's literally our only goal. Trick shot. And trick shot again. Aim shot. Multi-shot. Aim shot. Multi-shot. Oh, we got rapid fire. We're going to use it right here. Trick shot. Aim shot. And what we can do here is just wait for your explosive shot to be back with volley, because you want to use both of them at once. Okay, we're just chilling here, we're waiting, we're getting our big damage on the second here, and then we're gonna explode the shot into volley, into rapid fire for that extreme damage, big burst damage. Then we're gonna use again trick shots. Getting that trick shots is absolutely essential. Steady shot, build back that focus, multi-shot to proc that trick shot, rapid fire once more using our proc right here. Trick shot, we need that trick shot, and then what we can do is explosive shot with huge damage once more, proccing rapid fire, and so on and so forth, boys. Never let that trick shot debuff fall off. Okay, you always want it at all costs. And then again, what we can do is, you know, use our volley again, and you try and score as many AoE abilities while your volley is active. Okay, so rapid fire actually dealing our top damage, rapid fire proccing Sentinel, so very important. Okay, it needs to AoE everything. Rapid fire needs to AoE everything. It's our top damaging ability. And then you've got Sentinel, which is literally just damage increase. Okay, yeah, literally hero talent is kind of lame, honestly. You've got aim shot hitting for 1,000,000. Again, it AoEs with the correct passives. We've got explosive shot actually dealing insane damage. So very important that you guys actually use my macros that I will be linking down in the description. Okay, Master Marksman, literally just baseline damage, dot damage. You've got Lunar Storm, which actually procs super hard. And then you've got multi-shot, which is not bad, but it's literally just there to proc your trick shots. Okay, multi-shot equals trick shots equals AoE damage equals more damage, and then Serpent Sting, which is just like dot damage, and so on and so forth. Oh yeah, and I literally forgot, I don't want to use improved death blow. I want to use Bullet Storm right here for PvE build, because Bullet Storm actually is way better than improved death blow. It literally adds more damage to your trick shots, your multi shots, so very important. Sorry, I forgot about that part. Alright, so now we're going to talk about all the macros used in this video, okay? I'm going to link everything down in the description, so don't worry, okay? You've got this first macro, which is literally I've explained you guys how it works, but this is with a little bit of a secret touch. Now, if you're using this macro, my Exhilaration Macro, it is going to use a Healthstone on top of your Exhilaration, making it so that instead of healing for 30% of your max HP, you're going to heal for 55% of your max HP, assuming that you've got a Healthstone on yourself. And then here's the secret touch. Okay, with the third wind potion that you can buy on the auction house for 6 gold, something like that. If you press my macro in PvP and unrated PvP, it will heal you for 100% of your max HP. Absolutely bonkers, you're welcome. And then we've got this flare macro, absolutely bonkers good. Okay, usually when you use the flare or you use a trap, you get that green circle on the ground, which you need to repress again with the left mouse key to actually use the ability. No more. With my macro, wherever your mouse is on the screen and you use your flare, bang, it uses your flare one hit. So same goes for my freezing trap. Okay, this is the same macro. When I use my freezing trap, I'm gonna use it on that target. Bam, one shot. It literally uses the trap right away. Makes it so much easier to actually land your traps. Okay, and then I've got the same one for my tar trap. Tar trap actually is super good, so you guys are gonna have a ton of fun with those hover macros. Okay. And then one of my favorite macros by far, guys, is Master's Call. Okay, so usually when you press Master Call, you actually need to target yourself to use the ability. Well, no more. Whenever you press my macro, it automatically uses Master's Call on yourself, and you guys actually need that macro. If you actually play PvP, you absolutely need that macro, so it's going to be down in the description also. And then I like this macro a lot right here. Okay, it literally uses survival of the fittest, but on top of that, it uses roar of sacrifice on yourself. So again, making it so much better instead of having to manually target yourself and then use roar of sacrifice. Literally, when you press my macro, bam, it gives you roar of sacrifice plus survival of the fittest, making you incredibly tanky for marksman hunter. And then I've got this very cool pet macro right here. Essentially what it does is it checks to see if your pet is dead. If you press my macro, it checks up. If your pet is dead, it will revive your pet. If your pet is alive, however, it's going to automatically heal your pet. So super, super good macro to have. I would highly suggest you guys to try it out. It saves you keybinds and makes the gameplay way more fun. Okay, and then, you know, I've got this true shot macro right here, which literally uses my trinket, my PvP trinket. You can replace that text right here by the PvE trinket of your choice, your PvP trinket of your choice. It's going to work. Don't worry about it. You just don't want to change anything. Okay, just replace this trinket's name by your trinket, and then it also uses a saltwater potion that you can buy on the auction house. Okay, it costs 5 gold and it increases your damage by 30% while in unrated PvP. Okay, so absolutely insane macro. You need to play with it. And then you've got this Volley macro, again explaining it very briefly. It uses Salvo and then Volley, so you never have to bind that darn ability again on your bar. Pressing Salvo before actually pressing Volley, in my opinion, is super lame. Okay, it should be baseline Blizzard, but with this macro, it literally makes it baseline. So again, saving you keys, very important, because we have a lot of keybinds in WoW. And finally, my very favorite macro, which literally is a one button ability. Okay, it casts Aspect of the Turtle, which is your big defensive, and on top of that, it uses Weavercloth Bandage. Remember that part where I literally healed myself like crazy while inside my turtle, making me invincible? Well, this macro will be also down in the description if you guys want to try it out. It's super worth it. By the way, you gotta buy Weavercloth Bandages on the auction house. You can make them yourself if you've got the right profession, or you can use other bandages. Okay, that's just what I use personally. So if you want to use other bandages and still have the macro working for you, just replace that single sentence right here. Okay, don't change anything else, or else the macro won't work. All right, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this guide video for beginners, for the War Within, for Marksman Hunter. If you did, please hit the subscribe, hit the like, share my videos to your friends who might be interested in learning. Thanks a lot for watching. Hopefully you guys have a fantastic rest of the day. Stay awesome. This was Clunky Doo.